hop on out, go inside and do some paperwork. This way. And just have a seat on that blue chair.
I got picked up by the handcuffs once because I didn't have my glasses on because I got thrown off the truck because they didn't use their turn signal, and that time I was on spikes. And instead of getting his license plate, because like he pulled up behind me, he didn't know his truck's mirror could turn in. And so because I turned his mirror in, I seen bushwhack where he glues the sticker to the window. And it says, I'm an inconsiderate driver. And so I'm thinking, I need to do that with Vaseline, because that's much less to face on property. I can't afford the windshield. If I could afford the windshield, then I would definitely do that, because American will let me do that. But in this case, what we're talking about, so that's part of the issue with some of this added up on adrenaline. So he got them up to do so he pushed his mirror, and so he would end up having to think about, well, he didn't know his mirror could be a different F-50s. And so he follows me a bit, comes up behind me, and I get out, thinking I lift my door open. It's a 98 Tracker Chevrolet, and he bends the car door. He's like, "You broke my truck, so I'm gonna break yours." Like, whoa, dude, now you've committed a crime. Why are you leaving? Let's call the cops and talk about this. I just didn't take a picture. I had a Samsung S3 at the time. This was 2015. And I ended up jumping on his truck because he gets into the lead. And I jump on the step side, I'm hanging on with the mirror. He starts spraying 40 miles an hour, and I ask, "What do I do?" And I go, "Let go." So I let go. Out off the road, I get up, and I'm, okay, you've got 3 hours before this shock sets in, and you're not going to get to move. You need to get in your car and leave. You've got an expired registration. But my glasses were broke, so I ended up getting lost. My phone broke, and I did make it back though, and ended up going to jail because I was trying to ask for help, but I kept saying the whole story rather than saying, "Hey, I need to go to the hospital because I heard something bad," because this is non-standard behavior.
Right.
But I did talk to the police that day, and they actually left because I said, "Hey, now you need to do your jobs better. Let's look up some pictures on the satellite." And they're like, "Well, no," they left. And so, anyways, we're going to the hospital, and I asked them what direction, and they say left. And I'm like, and I start walking, or they say walk straight, and I can kind of see that it curves to the left, and then if we walk straight, we'll walk into a wall. I'm not that blind, I still see the blurry on the Big E, but they as soon as I walk straight, because I was hoping they say no, we said left, and I say left, right, and because it's funny, no, they picked me up by the handcuffs. I had just recently gotten thrown off the truck that day, and they did a CT though, and but. Don't destroy that pen until you test it.
Oh, it's right here. So again, because they said so, and it's not saying you were on the property, but you were at the property.
So next time I go by, I gotta make sure not to step on the property.
Or just take a different street.
You're saying that as you're saying, so for next time.
Yeah, 455 East Lubbock.
Initial thing. So you trying to put me in jail for what now?
I didn't want to. You kind of forced my hand.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did.
You were rushing things. That's all that happened.
No, I'm trying to get you out of there.
But I didn't, that was not the issue. We need to fix the issue because they're going to play upstairs.
The issue was you were there causing a disturbance.
No, it was not.
100%.
I was walking by and they caused a disturbance.
So regardless of how you feel about it, I'm telling you on my end of thing, the issue is you were there causing a disturbance. That was the determination.
The disturbance was happening. I wasn't causing a disturbance.
They weren't causing a disturbance until you were there yelling at people.
I wasn't yelling until the citizens.
So again,
they swarmed me and
I was willing to get you out of there. You were not willing to comply.
I was. You said I can leave, but I can't come back. That's what I had issue with, because I walked that way to my cousin's house. So then you didn't want to talk to me.
Well, if your cousin's on 3rd, why don't you just go over to 3rd?
I walk like an ant. I don't know the street signs. I'm not here for very long.
And you can't read, or?
Sir, if you see the glass sometimes, I don't worry. Okay, for one thing, you don't always have street signs on your streets. I actually called you out a couple of days ago because your intersection over here is missing a yield sign or a stop sign. So yeah, let's go with that. You want to keep it antagonize me? Fine. Don't be a dick, man. Come on.
I'm just telling you how it is. I'm trying to tell you what's going on.
To make an issue.
No, I could be a dick. I'm not being a dick. I'm trying to be to the point, and the problem is the moment I say something, you want to argue. So we're done. I've told you this part. You're not allowed to go to that address. I'm just telling you again. You are CT'd. You are CT'd.
And what?
And every time they call, I'll pick you up and arrest you.
I'm not on their property. I can walk on the street.
I mean, once again, you're there causing an issue.
I'm not causing an issue, sir. I was walking by.
Like you weren't causing an issue tonight?
I wasn't.
You 100% were.
I was waiting for the police to get there, and they swarmed me trying to antagonize the fight. They kept getting close to me on the street. I was on their property. I was right there. I never got closer from where I was standing. And that's on recording. That's cool.
Yep.
Y'all do use cameras, right? That was all. Y'all did record all that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes?
Awesome. Got you on recording.
Because and when did I get my phone call? I'm going to call my cousin because he could actually help a lot of this.
After
you're
you're
kind
booked
of
in.
making this a big issue, like, because we got to go back and talk to all those people again.
No, we
when
don't.
can I get a phone call? Can I please have a phone call?
Not right now.
Why not?
Because you won't get that till I book you into Lubbock County.
Can I have my attorney, please? Thank you.
Again, you'll get that when you get into Lubbock County.
Okay.
The distinguishing feature of the Cake vape brand is the potent THC concentration offered, significantly exceeding that of many other vaping products, 90 to 94%.
The what?
90 to 94%.
No, keep reading, because it's not THC. It's less than 3%, less than 0.3% THC. You're reading incorrectly.
Well,
It's sold at the liquor store, sir.
how old are you?
I'm older than you. It doesn't matter.
So you were born in 83? No, you actually got 2 years on me. Say, I've been reading a long time, so.
Keep reading then. You can read the very last ingredient is less than 0.3% THC. It's also a recording that you didn't want to do this, blah, blah, blah. So if he's actually committing a crime, then you need to be different at your job because you need to stop all the crimes. No, y'all don't want to stop crime, though. Y'all want to charge for crimes because it's a business. That needs to be.
Well, it's definitely not.
I'm not talking to you.
Again, for this minor little thing, it didn't have to be an arrest.
Exactly. We could have actually talked things through, but y'all wanted to keep everything separate and everything trying to be as aggressive as possible. I didn't need that.
Oh,
I kept backing up every time, and y'all kept trying to say no.
Hey, what flavor is this one?
It's not the one I wanted. It's pineapple something. It's a sativa.
So again, I'm looking on the website.
You're fine.
Pineapple Express?
It's got pineapple in it. It's a sativa.
Sativa there. Okay.
Sativa pineapple.
So again, if I can show that's not what it is, then I'll just
Man,
that goes away. We don't have to worry about it. I'm just telling you what I'm doing to show you, like,
I know it's fine.
trying to be as fair as possible.
Does it say cake on it? Like, can I look at the picture?
Yeah, it says cake.
That's probably well, as long as it's not.
Did it come in the yellow box?
I've got the packaging in my house where
2
the
gram
medication is.
disposable, Delta 10.
And they also sell it at the liquor store, like I said. Which
The liquor store here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm appreciative. I actually told them today, make sure if somebody asks for like a non-alcoholic method of intoxication, that you suggest indica first, because sativa is like coffee. And then if you also get adrenaline mixed into the mix, because someone turned up their stereo to prove some sort of point, like, no, I got the right to do this. No, you don't. You're actually causing the issue. They did not. Once they turned the volume up, I had to call the cops.
Hey, is the liquor store already closed? The one on 9th and Division? Okay. I was going to see if you'd go in there and check and see if they have. He says this is where he got the cake pen. I'm trying to find it, but they have multiple types all the way from THC to Delta 10, which I've never even heard of, if I'm being honest.
None of them actually have THC in them.
Yeah, this one's cake. I'm looking at a box right now. It says Delta 10, 2 gram disposable 510 cartridge. This is just one of the ones I'm finding online. They have a bunch.
Mine's 3 grams.
So, you know what? Let me look up this Delta 10 legal.
And can you store it upright, please? Like correctly?
No.
Yes, please, sir. You need to store things correctly. Sir, please turn it upright.
No, I'm in here with this guy being a jackass.
He stores it upright in his package. And so that's how he's requesting the officer to store it. And the officer can't take the 5 seconds to store it upright.
I'll call. Yeah, so the Delta 10, Delta 10's legal. Instead, if it's right, based on what I'm finding, I think that's going to be the right one, but their THC pens are known to be, their actual THC ones are considered to be one of the highest. So that's why I'm trying to tell if they have it there.
Because this is all.
Oh yeah, no,
keeping this guy
that's
in
good.
handcuffs too, and he doesn't need to be in handcuffs. You should be stored in a cell or something, out of handcuffs.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
You're
have to.
doing this to
So
prove some
I'll
sort
actually
of
have to wait
point.
for you to
You're
get here for
unhappy
that
with
part
your job,
because
and you're making it my problem.
yeah, and I don't have access to my iPad. So no, you're good. There's no rush.
There's no rush, except there is a rule that he shouldn't be in handcuffs. He's not required to be in handcuffs.
Oh, you're good. Not my first rodeo.
Hopefully you do better each time, though.
So okay, I'll call Lieutenant. But yeah, based on what I'm finding, if that is one they have there, I'm not worried about the THC pen. So
I'm also willing to do a pee test, any test you'd like, to get this shit out of the way. Because the issue was not me there. When they turned the volume up, I stopped to call the police.
if you had just called us, it would have been one thing.
Don't
But
use
yelling
just
at
like
the lady
that,
and
sir.
calling her a bitch.
I didn't call her a bitch until she
escalated
ran up in my face. She ran up. She crossed the line of my umbrella. And that's when I said, whoa, bitch. It was like, because it scared me. It was like, I don't need that shit in my life. I got domestic violence priors because y'all don't actually want to talk to people. You don't need to get them in trouble. All you told them is just, this is okay to lie to people. But it's okay because you'll have to talk to them individually. Also, the state gets to pay for this too because I'm on disability.
Definitely.
The lady with the vehicle passed by with the loud vehicle, y'all could have nipped that in the bud too and say, hey, whoa, that is kind of loud. He does have a point. You even said that earlier, if you can hear it from 3 houses away. I said 3 blocks away
So
too.
you can feel the bass inside your house from 3 houses away.
When
That's a
they're
different thing.
driving down
Her
the
playing the
stereo,
music a little loud, again, not
when they're
illegal.
driving down the road in their vehicle with the windows down and their bass going, and you can hear it in your house, that's the issue. Simply because we were standing, so then y'all are gonna have to figure out a way to test that doesn't involve putting an innocent person in jail. He's not innocent, he's not a criminal though. He's not innocent, but he's not guilty, it's weird. Yeah. Yeah, I have no issue with leaving, but then when you say you can't come this way again, I'm like, what the fuck? This is a small ass town, motherfucker. I'm gonna have to go this way again at some point.
You literally could have picked a different way.
What?
See, that part right there,
What part? What part?
where you're calling me a bitch for no reason.
No, I'm saying words. And you are being a bitch, though. So you do have reason to be called a bitch occasionally.
Okay.
And if someone calls you a bitch,
I don't actually care what you call me, I'm just saying, but that's that behavior right there, that's the problem.
yeah, it doesn't make me any friends, right? Because I'm not trying to earn easy friends. Like, I need good friends. I don't need this fair weather shit that it's like, if things are good, then things are good. But if things go bad, nah, we ain't got shit to do over here. Don't talk like this, everybody. You have to earn it. Knowledge without mileage is bullshit. Mileage without knowledge is worse. So you're not afraid of swearing. You simply want to make it an issue as much as you can. Yeah, he wasn't cursing until they started swearing. He got scared. Of course he's gonna swear if he had so inclined in his nature. on my back. It's trying to escape her. I need to go to the restroom for about 15 minutes or less. Any time within that frame. Please. Within 10 minutes, not 15. Basically, play a vehicle, put a play stereo outside the house. You turn it up so you hear it inside the house. Then you go out and you hear that as an officer. Then when you hear the vehicle go by that's at that volume or louder, then you know. Holy shit, it's that simple. Knowledge without knowledge is so much worse. Trying to think about how to prevent crime, think about how to catch crime. And that's, because you can stop death tomorrow by killing everything today. So you gotta prevent death. Otherwise you end up being lazy and overweight. I got red hair too. About 1 out of 20 followers, well, 30 maybe. I also give him birth, so when that bitch tried to sass me, you know, you can't sass somebody who's just like, she's like, I'm a woman, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but he's not trying to say otherwise. Y'all trying to make it, like, yeah. He can say what he was saying. He was trying to walk by and leave, then y'all cranked the stereo and he called the police. Then he couldn't talk to the police because they kept yelling at him and talking to him. And he tried to say, please stop talking. That didn't work, so then he got fucking raw. He didn't say please the first time. Doesn't have to say please, it's courtesy. They no longer deserve a courtesy. Yeah, but still, if you say please next time, it's little less. Little increase in de-escalation each time. Can we go to the restroom, actually? Oh. Can we go to the
Are you
restroom?
able to call LT?
Do what?
Were you able to call LT?
No, I don't. His number's on my other cell phone in the unit. I don't know why it's not on here, and I just, with all the paperwork, I was getting everything entered real quick.
Put my pin upright, the date pin, because they're not made. They're not supposed to be set down like that, like
Okay.
a clock. And I also need to go to the restroom, please, within about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're waiting on that till.
So I'm gonna just stand it.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. They have so many types, I can't tell unless I can match it to one here in the store. Like, it smells strong, but some of those dope ones.
Store is
I've got the
closed.
case in the house.
So you can just type it over.
I've got a case.
I'll type it up and I can copy it.
Okay.
Like I can email it to myself and do it on the computer.
Yes, sir.
But I was just typing in the rest of the,
I got you.
yeah, all of it real quick.
The case of the house is a different flavor, anyways.
Did you do the CT and everything? Need me to do anything?
I put refuse on there for right now because we're not uncuffing. I haven't finished that down there yet.
I made the mistake of saying.
But he has been served, like, officially warned him twice.
I said that the person shouldn't be in handcuffs. They don't have to be in handcuffs, and he's making a point to keep in handcuffs.
100% because your behavior is erratic and I don't trust you.
Well, I don't trust you.
What's it called?
Anything requiring trust deserves no trust.
25-00142.
But you've got rooms that I can.
00 what number?
142.
There's no reason for him to be in handcuffs. He's not actually displaying anything impressive, though. He's verbal, for sure. Because he's got a lot of shit to say. You only get 100 years in this as a human. Because you don't want to let people live longer. die so that way you can have a bigger house whenever you retire. Just standardize your residential areas. Y'all aren't even building new houses. You'll build one new house.
What was the address?
There's 20 new people that were born. I need to go to the restroom, please.
Yes, sir. Just a second.
No, it's actually been about 5 minutes, please.
Okay.
Let's go.
It's actually been exactly 90 seconds.
Is anything that you're doing right now something that can wait, that has to be done right now?
No, sir. We have to
Let's
get.
go to the restroom,
I
please.
need you to sit down.
They need to go to the restroom.
Sit.
I need you
I
to
need to
sit
go to the
down.
restroom.
Sit down.
I need to go to the restroom.
And we'll go in a minute.
Thank
They need
you.
to go to the restroom.
We need to
Let's go
finish
I
this
need to go to the
paperwork
restroom.
so that we
Well,
can.
you can
I
wait
need to
just a
pee.
minute.
Let me pee.
We need to.
Let me pee. I've got a biological. I need to pee.
Sir,
Wait a minute.
we need to transport you to Lubbock County, so we need to finish this paperwork.
I will-
Okay?
It's gonna take the same amount of time if I pee or not pee.
It's taking
Or if
longer.
you just give me a minute,
It's gonna take the same amount of time.
1 minute, and I will take you in
It's
there.
gonna
But
take the same. He's gonna not even
with
do
you
it
acting
now.
like this, I'm not fucking uncuffing you. So if you can't
You
show
don't
me
have
you
to
can
go.
calm down,
I said to pee, bitch.
you can't calm
Bitch,
down, there's no
bitch,
way.
Bitch, I'm calm.
Cool, so
I'm
you-
as calm as I need to be. You don't
You're
let me
definitely
pee?
not.
Hey, just
And
finish
this
the
is
paperwork.
recording, right?
Yes,
Okay, thank
100%.
you. I need to pee.
Calm down and where I'm willing to uncuff you and we'll
I'm
go.
not calm for needing to pee.
You are not calm. You are actually very aggressive right now.
This isn't aggressive. You're being a passive aggressive.
That's what you're not
bitch.
calling aggressive. I'd hate to see what you did.
What? What? If you're not
Let's
gonna
just
say it,
finish
then
this
don't
so
say
we
it
can finish.
at all. What did you say?
Okay.
What did you say,
These
sir?
are done.
It's on recording. If you're not gonna say it the first time, then why would you say it at all? If you're not gonna say it the second time, why would you say it the first time?
Do you need to read these?
Sir.
Need copies of these?
No.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna make copies of the whole
Can I please
packet.
go to the restroom?
We're almost finished, sir.
Can I please go to the restroom?
We're
I'll
almost
take
Can I
it.
please go to the restroom?
Okay. You're gonna do that. Let me get
I'll
Lubbock
take
County.
him. Because if
No,
he's
no,
going to
no.
be calm like this, I'll take him.
I'm not uncalm.
You're calm right now.
I know.
That's
I'm
what I
calm
said.
the
If
whole
you're
way
calm, I'll
fine,
take
sir.
you.
While you take him, I'm gonna get the Lubbock County book. Can you start?
You got fat on your neck.
You're open. Let's go.
Let's go.
This way.
Okay, thank you.
Take a right.
Okay.
Left. Walk in. Okay. I'll get the light. Okay. That's from your side. You want to give me a second? I'll get you one hand free.
You don't want to do work, right? This is all you trying to punish me?
No, I'm not. I'm willing to take your hand out again. I just need you to be calm.
I am calm. That's the
You
whole
are now.
point.
Screaming
no,
at me is not
I'm not
calm.
screaming at you, sir.
So you got
I
one
get
hand.
loud.
I'll put a hold of this one. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
No, what do you said you got to pee?
I know. I said to pee. You wash the toilet. You make your wife wash the toilet, don't you? That's why. That's why. You need to start cleaning the toilet yourself, bitch.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
Yeah.
I clean the toilet like when I ever have to shit and it gets stuck. That's all I have to clean the toilet. And this actually flows out better. It can take longer because it is more comfortable, and you end up being like, and I should have drank some water. Do you actually? Can we do a pee test?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't have one.
Let's get a cup.
For what?
I don't know. This is hilarity. One person versus a group, but the group was being too loud, but then they called him too loud. So then what's the actual issue? Oh, he had a vape pen.
I thought you said this flows better. You done?
I'm trying to get started. Can I run the water? You don't have to, but if you trickle, not a lot. I pay for that. Can you turn that down, please?
No. That's what it's at. Hurry up.
See, that attitude is hilarity because you're trying to punish this person whenever he doesn't have to be
Hurry up.
punished. I'm trying
We're not here to
to.
discuss anything. We're here to let you
You don't have to talk. I'm trying to pee. Calm down. Things get. You need to look up what adrenaline does to the body. You probably know. This is your job to try to antagonize people because if you get them antagonized, give me a moment. Almost there. It's gonna be yellow like your taser, like the handle here. Next, we got a 9-volt taser from TrueSwords.com because I wanted to tase me while I was asleep to see if it would work. Not a taser, it's a stun, like garbage. It's a flashlight that made a little sound if you touched the thing. That was it. She got a real taser once, and you push the button, and I started hysterically giggling because I know I do not want to touch that. Will wake me the fuck up, and I will pee. I do have to pee. I wasn't fucking with you.
I mean, the way you're acting, you think you had to pee so bad you're about to pee yourself.
Well, then we started walking. See, now you're already trying to be a bitch and started trying to make a problem. I was trying to just say sorry, and you're trying to make a problem. That's the whole... Can you turn that down, please? Because it needs to be trickle. It's the trickle that makes the sound, not the flow. You don't have to. It's simply that works better. Like all this stuff, no, because if we do it your way every time, it's like we're giving in and just showing you things that we can't treat you like a person. We got to treat you like a criminal, even though you're not a criminal yet. According to the law, we got to treat you like one. Give me a moment. Still. Can you cuff this hand and switch hands, please? Okay, you don't have to, but wow. He's making a valid biological request, and the officer is so frustrated that he's like, no, this is not a legitimate request. Person can't be tied if their arm's held up like that. Well, shit, my arm doesn't get tied up.
I'm holding it up, so.
Oh, cool, thanks.
Welcome.
I do like being proven wrong, because then I can learn from it and be a little less of a bitch than myself next time. Because holy shit, evil begets evil. We don't need bitches making bitches. Blind leading the blind off the cliff. That's not helping anyone except the people who own the cliff. To adjust slightly, but I walked out to the gun range a couple nights ago.
Okay, you got about 60 seconds for we're done.
You can handcuff me or something else. I gotta pee. That's not the issue. Isn't that it's that I don't gotta pee. I do gotta pee.
You got 50 seconds.
Bitch, you ain't gonna do that shit to me. I'll pee in my pants if I have to.
That'll be on you.
It will be on both of us.
Giving you the
That's the whole thing. That's fine. If you're underworked, don't make it my problem. If you're underworked, you're not making it my problem. Can you turn the water down a little bit? That would also help. Like I told you, you're not doing it right.
30 seconds.
That's not gonna help either. You never
You need to
had
pee
shit
then
in a rush.
because I'm not sitting here for 20 fucking minutes.
If that's what it takes, then yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do.
Well, then you obviously didn't have to pee,
I did have to pee, but do you not understand how this is not a normal situation for people? That they're innocent. This is like me getting kidnapped. From my perspective, I'm getting kidnapped. So you need to keep that in your mind, okay, sir? Just think about that for one moment. This guy's walking down the street.
Stand up, pull your pants up.
No, I'm not done yet. I'm not finished yet. I need to pee. I'm not finished. I need to pee. I need to pee.
Pull your pants up.
I need to pee, sir.
Pull your pants up.
I need to pee.
Pull your pants up.
I need to pee.
I'm trying to be as nice as possible here.
You can be as nice as you want.
You're under arrest.
Okay, that's fine.
This is non-negotiable.
That's fine. I gotta pee at some point.
I will add resisting.
What?
I will add resisting.
That's fine. If you need to do that to feel better about yourself, then don't.
Then pull your pants up and let's go.
I'm not done peeing yet.
You haven't peed at all.
Okay, then if you'll wait. This isn't helping me pee.
Let's go.
What?
Pull your clothes on. Let's go.
My clothes are on.
Pull your pants up.
I'm not done peeing. I haven't peed yet.
Pull your pants up.
I haven't peed yet.
That's on you. You've had time.
I have not had enough time because I haven't peed yet.
Pull your pants
up. If I had time, I would have peed.
Pull your pants
up. If I had enough time, I would have peed.
Behind your back.
Can I have a phone call, please? Because that would make this a lot easier. Someone actually
You
come
get that
talk
at the
to me.
jail.
Alright. gonna have to pee, sir.
Oh, you were given the opportunity.
I was not given enough of an opportunity, sir.
You were given more than
No,
enough
I
of an
was not,
opportunity.
because I didn't get the pee done. Like, how is that not? Why are you trying to make a problem when there's not one?
Because I have things to do and you're just dicking around.
But you don't have things to do, or you wouldn't have been doing it this way. I could have been like, this is, you're upset and you're punishing me.
I'm not punishing you, but...
You won't let me pee. I'm going to have to end up peeing my pants because I'm going to tell you, hey, I can actually pee now.
You were given the opportunity. You
Sir,
didn't
I
use
was
it.
not given enough opportunity to pee. I haven't got peed yet. That's how are you, like, you're not that dumb. You're simply being mean.
I'm not being mean.
You are being mean. You're underworked, and instead of getting some extra help and saying, hey, this guy needs to pee and I need to do paperwork. We need help doing both. You're not doing that. You're just saying, nope, you can't pee now. Because you can't understand that he can't pee if somebody's watching. He can eventually if everything's chill. You won't be chill. You're like, oh, did you turn the water off?
I did.
Okay. Because like that whole thing, you could have done a trickle of the water, because that actually helps. That form of water shit, that don't help nobody. It's all this whole aggression, the whole aggressive attitude, like he's a criminal, he's being disrespectful shit. No, he's not. He's kidnapped. He's trying to get you to kill him fast, so that way he gets this shit over with. Fuck, man. All because he's telling some people to turn their volume down. Like that's, and then they swarmed up on him as he's calling the police because they turned their volume up. But it's the one person, but that's okay, some of them looked honest. Some of them looked honest. The one main guy looked like he's been in jail a couple times, so he probably does meth, or has done meth a few times. I've done meth a few times, you can kind of see it, because the way they act, it's like, nope, whoa, he's giving my women good ideas, like they can actually speak to people like they're people. No, we can't have that. Women be silent in church. We used to say human be silent in church. Because you go to church on the Sabbath, if you listen to another human speak on the Sabbath, no, you're doing it wrong. That human needs to shut up so you can all listen to God. So get home and you just all sing together, get in the right mindset, talk together, eat, share food. But then when some human starts talking to you about God on the Sabbath, fuck no.
Hey, Corp, do you have the witness statement for the lady? That's the only one I need right now.
I'll type it up and complain right now.
Okay.
So you guys want to read it?
Yeah, I'm not reading it. I'm just putting it in the notes because, I mean, he says he did it. They're all saying he did it, and said tried to.
Mia.
He did not.
No?
You sat there for that long. I'm done. Basically.
I'm going to finish it up over here.
Okay.
Didn't come back as I thought I would have to pee sooner, but I don't yet. Good. I did have to pee though. I wasn't fucking with you. I don't know if you're gonna believe it or not. It doesn't matter, but I don't lie. I rarely lie because sometimes you know, SIDS is always intentional, accidental murder. Accidental, intentional murder. That's why my kid got lucky, but I had CPR. And I got to revive her. I got her in the country, thankfully. I got to see her in 12 years though. 10 years. I'm supposed to have supervised visitation. The lady who's got custody of her is a psychologist. But she likes to claim that I have schizophrenia. But I don't. They claim that I have schizophrenia because they ask if I hear things that others don't. And in my head I ask, do you hear me asking myself this in my head? And then of course I ask them, do you hear me asking myself that in my head? No, we didn't hear that. So then I guess put me down for a yes. When they ask what my religion is, I put everybody's their own God. They're responsible for their own actions. I'm saying little g God, because God created us in his own image. They were saying he thinks he's God. And so like, whoa, no, he did not say that at all. So they put me down as schizophrenia. They ended up giving me Seroquel, 300 milligrams. It's supposed to be daily. And so I took it before I went to sleep.
Have you not been taking your Seroquel?
I'm sorry, I'm talking, sir. I wasn't talking to you. Seroquel actually got...
So who are you talking to then?
I'm talking to the cameras.
Oh.
Are you,
Let me put that back. It's on my chest. Watch my
I
time.
realized that one camera wasn't back there.
There you go.
So the Seroquel, the order was take it before bedtime. So I take it before sleep, before bedtime the first couple of times. I couldn't
Well,
sleep.
hold on. Before we keep talking, let's go over this because I have to go over it since you want to keep talking on camera. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. You understand these rights as I've explained them to you? Is that a yes or no question?
Catch-22 in there, because he doesn't have to agree to that.
It's not whether you agree or not, it's whether you understand.
And I'll talk back to you.
Nope, they're read to you. I'm done.
Well, if you don't want to, then. See, this is another thing with the issue, because I'm actually asking him to clarify it, and he's refusing. Because he's frustrated. Because he's overworked, and he's not overworked, he's simply doing things he's not accustomed to today.
Oh, definitely not. You're a little weird one for sure. But...
No, no shit. But I don't have to not be weird because you're scared or you're afraid to do your job, coward.
Okay.
So the Seroquel, I would take it, and I noticed that I couldn't take it right before bedtime because I wouldn't go to sleep. If I didn't go to sleep in 30 minutes, I would end up twitching for 6 hours. That's okay, I ended up taking it right before sleep. I ended up sleeping 20 hours at a time, but then I ended up staying awake for 40 hours at a time. So I maintained the 1/3, 2/3 ratio. This gave me 12 hours to play video games, and then another like 10, 20 hours to go do shit, and then another 12 hours to decompress and play video games, and then hibernate for 20 hours. The first month, the doctor said, "You take it every day?" I said, "Yes, sir." The second month, he said, "Are you taking it every day?" I said, "Yes, sir." He's like, "Every 24 hours?" Like, "No, every 60. And his eyes widened. And we should have kept trying. We should have gotten CT scan, MRI scans, and actually checked the progress of the brain. But no, he said, "No, you take that every 24 hours. Like, let's get the depression under control. You don't even have the correct diagnosis for it yet." They don't like being told that. But then they need to be told that because they don't have the correct diagnosis. It took them 20 years to get that shit off. Holy fuck. Because he's got Alzheimer's symptoms because he's so dumb because his education decided to punish him. He put Trojans on his school's computers in junior high, and then they found out in high school, and they said, "We're not going to teach you anymore." Okay, but he needs to be taught about why that was wrong. No, we got to punish you so you don't do it again. That's not going to teach him why it was wrong, so he's got to do it again until he learns why it was wrong. But then, okay, y'all want to do it your way? He's going to go on strike. Since you want to call him a villain, he's going to be a sloth, and it will prevent sin. Yeah, so we stopped doing the Seroquel. They had tried other stuff in Michigan and Illinois. Illinois would not give me therapists unless I was on medication. They wouldn't give me an antidepressant, like they wouldn't give me the Paxil like antidepressant. It's because, I've got, Paxil's pretty nice. But it can be, if you mix it with gabapentin, you can't mourn correctly because your serotonin's too high, and you can't learn from your mistakes because you bump into things and the anxiety's still like, whatever, it's fine. So you don't move the coffee table, you don't walk around the coffee table, so you end up with this bruised toe and you don't know how, it's because you hit your coffee table 3 days in a row. Retox instead of detox. Because currently the only option is detox. People don't need abstinence, they need moderation. You can't learn moderation by forcing abstinence. You can learn abstinence by teaching moderation. So there needs to be an option called retox, where people can learn to moderate their doses and be functional holics instead of useless junk, like basically witnesses according to the Stoics. Because then there's no point in having a 40-hour work week at McDonald's when you're going to be a doctor. You need to be a 20 to 15-hour work week because there's plenty of people. But then that's one of the big issues. Like when we were going to get an X-ray tech. Then we also find out MRIs are the way. MRIs are like ceiling fans. They're always running, like a ceiling fan. Because you turn it off and turn it on, it uses more electricity. So when you hear someone say MRIs are more expensive, no, MRIs are charged more, cost more. There's a difference. Self-checkout counter is an X-ray tech because the scanner measures your appendage. The touch screen, that's like saying just like that. It's misuse of the word just. So the scanner measures your appendage, and then the produce weighs the appendage, and that the computer can determine based on that size how much is fat and how much is muscle. It's pretty impressive. That's all the X-ray tech's job is to determine how fat and how muscular a person's job is. Because muscle is harder to go through than fat is. Nothing wrong with the person being muscular or fatter. There is some issue when they get older though. You don't want to get too muscular and bulk up because you got to be lithe, L-I-T-H-E. That's why we walk with the umbrella, because you want to throw people, not throw a hernia from like later on in life from I wrecked them. It's not a crime to speak. It is a crime to do your vehicle that loud. That's this whole thing. I don't want to call attention to that because you'll stop selling as much for stereos. But that's okay. The new thing is headphones anyways. Those headphones aren't the zoomy ones I mentioned, but those aren't bad. But they're really low on the volume. But that's okay because they're NRR. They've got an NRR rating, so they don't have to be as loud because they're already sound. I'll wear earbuds with it, not even plugged into the phone because that'll help. But then there's some bartender earbuds. Amazon has some autistic earplugs. They're the same exact thing. They're simply sold as, the bartender ones are probably sold times 20 or times 2 or 2 to 3 for the price because people are dumb. It's like you buy Mylar sheets for growing stuff for a greenhouse. That's $10 per 55 inches squared roughly. But then if you buy emergency Mylar blanket, it's $1 per 55 square feet. This is good. My cousin knows a coven of brain witches. And the Aetna people, the insurance for Medicare and Medicaid, that pays for extra stuff around here, y'all don't accept it. So he's not been able to get his therapist. And so he doesn't have anybody to call except for the police. Because you don't want to pay for it. Like, he gets his fixed income from the government, and it's not enough to pay for the stuff that he's supposed to have. Yeah, how's that supposed to work? Huh? He's not going to work somewhere else. That's stupid. You're never going to get out of it. Give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach him that, don't teach him that the fish feeders. Yeah, see, that's jealous thinking. It's supposed to be a joke, but actually, because he's a grown man and fish is not that hard. Okay, good point. Good point. Thanks for finishing that up. Okay. Eat some crow with that. Okay, my bad. I don't eat meat though, so I'm not going to eat crow. Figure something else out instead of crow. I eat eggs and cheese and vegetable juice. Because thou shalt not kill. Pesticides, if you buy a pesticide from a store, you should be made to ingest that pesticide until you decide to try a non-lethal alternative. I don't think I would be in business for long as a grocery store owner. Augustin's Farms, they sell freeze-dried vegetables and produce. That's really good for people that are picky eaters, like they don't eat certain things with textures. Because you eat a freeze-dried piece of broccoli, the stem is the same texture as the florets. So you can eat stems like popcorn. It's fantastic.
Okay, I sent you the narrative for the
Still don't have to pee yet. That's okay. Kind of no.
complaint.
As long as you don't drink water, you should be okay.
So I'm gonna take your wallet with us and your property. The rest of it here will be secured here because I don't think they'll let me check in some of that down at the detention center.
It keeps you from having to mess with it unless you actually need to later on.
Like I said, I don't know how much of this they'll let me check in, how much they
But I
won't
mean,
like
by doing
that.
it that way,
So it'll be secured here. So when you get out, you can come pick it up at the station. Just bring your ID.
Okay. Y'all's door is closed. Do I call somebody and they'll meet me here?
So it'll have to be business hours, Monday through Friday, be that front door.
I'm usually asleep during that time. If I get out non-guilty, though, we're gonna have to. It'll work out. It'll work out. If it's not guilty, I'll have somebody meet me here after hours if I have to. Because this is inconveniencing me greatly. You have a UV light? Some of my tattoos glow in a UV light.
You got the UV kind?
They're supposed to only be UV. That's why it looks like a cartoon or like a crayon, because I did a color patch test.
That's pretty cool.
It's cool, but
I don't have any UV.
this ain't cool, man. See, this is silly.
Well, I don't have any UV tattoos yet, so.
That's okay. The one on my arm is the question mark is a really good one because I actually added a drop of water to it, to the ink, and it washed it out enough to where it glows on the UV.
But it's not showing up.
Yeah. Oh no, it still shows up, but it's pale enough. But then I actually messaged them, hey, if y'all say UV, ink needs to say UV only, or. See, I'm not unreasonable, but you have done some unreasonable actions today, sir.
Yes, you say so.
I did.
You got it?
You shouldn't take your frustrations out on the person simply because you don't talk the same way they do.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm not speaking to you, I'm talking to the camera. And anytime you want to reply and actually communicate, like participate, that's fine, but for the most part, I'm talking to the camera. In Colorado, there needs to be a minimum time, or anywhere, there needs to be a minimum time the lawyer must spend with the incarcerated person. He's not going to stay incarcerated. Well, he will have to stay incarcerated if he doesn't get a right back to where he's because this is all, so then, yeah, that's why he's going to make it a whole big thing because he's been in jail this whole fucking time. Why has he been in jail? Because he can't bond out. He can't get a ride home. Well, he's not going to get a ride home with the relatives because they'll jump his ass. They'll fucking jump his ass. Abrasive and uncouth.
Did you grab his ID?
He's definitely abrasive and uncouth.
Oh, you're good.
But you've earned that as a people to be treated by that, be treated by him like that. Because he doesn't come like that at the start, but then but he gets that way quick. What? You can get a 20-pound chainmail shirt for $150 off eBay. You can get a 13-pound riveted chainmail shirt for about $180 off eBay. That's
You ever made chainmail?
there's no need for it. If I tried to make it myself, I wouldn't have completed it. I could buy it for $150, and that's 6 months of the gym membership. And if I wear it walking by the gym, I don't gotta go in the gym. If I walk in, and then if I can also wear it and get to where so you start with the 13, we start with the 12-pound vest, or the 13-pound shirt, that's fine. Then you switch to the 20, and then you start adding extra weights to your arms and legs, and then you go back to the 13, add extra weights to your arms and legs, and then you go to the 13 and the 20 at the same time, and then you start adding the extra weights to your arms and legs. Then you start carrying the umbrella, then you get a bigger umbrella, then you add joint compound to the
Joshua, do you know your social security number?
Yes.
What is it?
Fuck you.
Well, I got to put on this paperwork,
That's
so.
fine. You can ask my lawyer.
Okay. It's kind of a extreme response for
I
asking.
know, it is, isn't it? From the guy in handcuffs for no reason?
Right.
Wow. Not no reason, because, well, it's a safety concern for him. No, it's not. That means you're not doing your job and arresting them for being the issue.
Well, it's a safety concern because if you decide, especially being schizophrenic and
I'm not
obviously
schizophrenic,
tripping
sir.
the
I
fuck
said I
out,
wasn't
if you
schizophrenic.
decided that you were going to
Sir,
attack me or something,
don't
then
call
I'd
me
have to hurt
schizophrenic.
you, and I haven't had to
Sir,
do it, so I'd like
Don't
to
call me
keep it that way.
schizophrenic. I'm not schizophrenic. I said that. I say I was misdiagnosed with schizophrenia.
Oh, I
They
don't
have
think,
removed
I
that
definitely
diagnosis.
don't think you were misdiagnosed.
They have also removed. Oh, so you're a doctor now.
No,
I'm glad my lawyer has this to work with. You should not treat people this way because you're upset for having to do your job.
I'm not upset.
Then stop being aggressive and abusive.
Definitely
You don't
not
need to
being
call me
aggressive or
names.
abusive.
You call me schizophrenic,
I said I believe you're schizophrenic.
okay? But you're not a doctor, and the doctors have removed that diagnosis from me because I actually talked to them.
If you say so.
Okay. So I'm also the person who said I was diagnosed schizophrenic to begin with. So then you're using that if you say so thing whenever it suits you. You're hilarious, but I feel sad for your children.
Okay.
Hopefully you're sterile. I'm working on a way to bypass a vasectomy instead of reverse a vasectomy. Because reverse vasectomy is 15 grand. Bypass a vasectomy, 20 bucks. It costs a syringe and a condom. That's all. And you can actually use a condom to make a baby. And that's going to be hilarious because it's great. You wait. So you cover the condom. You actually have a vasectomy, or if you have low motility like you do, probably. Hopefully. Because we don't want you to breed. Well, we do want you to breed if you can learn from your mistakes.
Unfortunately for you, I'm way past that point and have my
Yeah,
own football
but
team.
if they find me not guilty, are you gonna actually apologize to me like a person? Because you can.
This is a ticket.
You can see this. From
This
my
is a
perspective,
ticket.
though. But yeah, if I accept that and I'm not guilty to please you, that's called like you're making people Stockholm syndrome. I don't need that in my life. Sucking your dick because you can't do your job right.
I'm literally doing my job correctly.
But you're not yet. Okay, but okay. If they find me non-guilty, will you apologize to me for kidnapping me?
This is a ticket.
Will you apologize to me for kidnapping me, though?
I didn't kidnap you.
I'm in cuffs right now.
Yeah, that's called custody.
Okay, I'm in custody right now, sir. If I'm in custody and I'm not guilty, though, will you apologize to me?
For doing my job? No. About how much you weigh?
You got a scale?
We'll go with 170.
Please stop asking me any more questions until my attorney's present.
Well,
Please
identifying
don't
questions
ask me any
aren't
more
protected.
questions until my attorney's present.
Identifying
Please don't talk to me. Please
questions
don't address
are
me
not
until my
protected.
Please don't talk to me until my attorney's present.
I can talk all I want.
You can, but not to me.
You definitely can. But I'm not asking you questions I'm not allowed to ask. Identifying questions are allowed.
Yeah, but simply
Not
stop
protected.
asking me those questions until my attorney's present.
Some of them I need to book you in.
Well, then I need to talk to my attorney.
That would come after I book you in.
And that's kind of.
Do you want to put an emergency contact down?
Myself. 505.
Well, that's not an emergency contact.
Write it down.
Definitely not.
Do it.
So,
Write it down. He said self.
Yeah. We're
It's
just
because
gonna.
I always want to be revived.
We're just gonna non-apply that.
But that's not what he said. He said write down self.
Definitely believe you're at risk to a medical or mental condition.
But you're being mean and
I don't
abusive.
think you have an intellectual disability, and I don't. You're not suicidal, correct?
Very often.
You're suicidal?
Like, I have to actually prevent my suicide every day.
Are you suicidal right now?
All the time.
Cool. So that's a yes. It's actually not cool. It very sucks. But
But for you, and you got that on record too, you're stupid, man. Like,
What?
you're mean. Like,
I'm not
you
mean.
don't understand that? You need to please at least go over the recording of this afterwards. Because you're still upset because you're going to have to go over those people's statements.
Josh, what am I upset
My
about?
legal name is Joshua, sir.
Okay,
Do not call me
Joshua.
Josh again.
What am I upset about? What is it you think I'm upset about?
You're very disgruntled with me not, like, my bladder kind of getting shy all of a sudden. I'm very thankful that as long as I don't drink, I should be okay. It's called back up inside. That was uncomfortable. And then the whole
situation's uncomfortable. It's not comfortable on my end either.
Shit in my life, man. You're being more aggressive than you need to be.
Definitely not being aggressive.
Your voice is not. That's kind of impressive. Like you can be an even keel, passive aggressive little bitch. Hopefully we're gonna address that. That's why we're going to jail, because all this stuff is addressed.
Okay. Well, again, I actually didn't want to take you to jail, but
You should shine a flashlight through that. It says "I love you" in 100 different languages.
oh, those are cool. I've got
That's
one
for
of
my
those.
daughter. And
That's
it's
very
also to remind me, and there's also a Save the World watching there, because I'm trying to help everything. And then y'all are trying to punish me because I don't want to have to hear your recreational volumes. It's very... There's a can opener in there. Don't lose that.
Is that okay? That's actually. So this goes in. They'll put this money on your books automatically. I've tried to keep money out before for guys who didn't want it because they were getting right back out. Like you, you'll be right
Are
back
they going
out.
to charge you for being put in custody?
That's between the courts.
No, because if you put that on the books, then they charge you for being in custody.
No, that doesn't get charged from your. That doesn't get
Like
charged from
in
your books.
Colorado, if they put you in custody, you're paying $30. Like that's.
Okay.
And
I
so if
have
they-
no
if you
idea
go
about
into custody
anything.
with $20.
Never heard of anything. So this just gets put on your books so you can make phone calls, stuff you need to. That's what that's
I'm
about.
not paying for a phone call. Not my first phone call.
That's fine. But they won't keep the money out, or at least they never have. Last time I tried to keep money out, they put it on the books anyway. So.
My social might not.
I've got a log.
My social isn't there. There's a thing in that bag.
I don't see your social.
Sir, I wasn't done talking yet. If you let me finish, there's a thing in that bag. If you unzip the front of it, there's an envelope. You didn't fold it up in there. There's my birth certificate and my social.
Okay.
See what happens when you let people finish instead of trying to interrupt them
We're
whenever you
past
can
that.
make the slightest fucking try to excuse that they're being aggressive. He was trying to be helpful and you cut him off so he couldn't be. That's your issue, man, and I'm having to suffer for it.
Let me get your cell phone too. Does this work? So you can make a phone call when you get out?
Cool. You might need to hold down the bottom button on the right.
I was gonna say I need to turn it off.
Hold it down.
Is it off already? Is it off already?
No.
I was just gonna turn it off so
It's
it's safe.
very, very low dim. You gotta.
Hold down the bottom on the right. It's not doing anything.
Right. It's very hard to talk to you. Okay. Again, it's very dim. So if you can go somewhere like it's dark, because I was outside when I was using it, and so I turned the brightness down so low so it could save battery because I was recording the whole thing. Because this isn't an uncommon thing for me. This is abnormal for you. I have to deal with this shit everywhere I go until the police officers finally start asking those people, "What did you do to him?" You should call Champaign-Urbana, Illinois, and they'll help you out. They'll be like, "Holy shit, you actually taking his ass into custody? You got some balls on you. He's gonna get out and he's gonna sue your ass, you dumb bitch."
Okay.
I read yours. Sounds good.
Okay.
This is my complaint. You could read it through. I need to issue citation number. That disregard that one.
Issue the citation.
I can do that.
You can go into mine and just issue it from the. In there, right?
Yes. Actually, yes. Let me go do that.
If you bitch cops need to be complaining about people speaking to them roughly, then they're too pussy to be a cop. She also needs to be on a treadmill occasionally. She probably is. Don't fat shame people, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? She's probably doing really good. I bet she jogs more than I do. Yeah, I don't jog. I walk on a bicycle. Sweating sucks. Sweating doesn't suck. Having dirty clothes sucks. Yeah. That's okay, you got a bucket for the shower. Compassion. Okay, you gotta actually apologize. That'll make it. And I'm still working on my wording.
Cool.
I said a comment to her that she didn't need to hear it that way. She's probably fine with it to that extent, but it's still, you don't use the police to practice rude things to people. You actually practice the rude things alone, and then say something less rude until it's not rude to the police. Okay, no, you practice things until they're less rude, and then once you think they're not rude, then you count to the police. But usually the police are there to not get called again. They're not there to help anyone. They're there to not get called, because they're not there to actually prevent crime. They're there to charge people for crimes. They gotta make money. It's weird. In education being a business. Well, of course, when you make education a business, you're going to teach people as little as possible. You're not even going to teach them how to learn. You're going to get them to memorize things. And they'll always be owing you more for education. But that's okay. They'll work for it. But they can't work for it. Yeah, he was making 70s. He's not going to be an X-ray tech making 70s because he knew he was going to get sued. You leave it, like they don't have the issue now, but if you leave the room, when you go to someone's patient's room, you x-ray them with the portable x-ray machine, and you leave the film under their bed, and you leave the room, and then come back in right then, 30 seconds max. They can still sue you for negligence. And I'm not that responsible. Fuck no, I had to actually stop driving because I couldn't get my speeding under control. I would definitely been. I was going to start getting a blow dart gun with gummy bears and little message scrolls like fortune cookies. Like a squishy gummy bear that would stick on their window, and so it says, slower traffic, keep right. You're not a good Samaritan driving the speed limit in the left lane on rush hour. You are the problem. You're causing accidents. If you call the police if you think you need to be all high and mighty and slow in traffic. But then yeah, that's multiple felonies, because that's a projectile like while you're driving. Holy shit. It would have been hilarious though. Yeah, no, can't do it. That's okay. But then there's also the issue with drunk drivers on the ice and learning to tackle them into ditches. That's really cool. If you punch a vehicle, you leave a bigger punch, like a bigger hole, not hole, but dent in the truck in the vehicle if it's driving by. Like if the vehicle's moving and you're stationary, it's impressive, very impressive. So then if the bike, you said the police had to catch me first, and I'm like, but I caught you and I'm walking. So then if I would have practiced tackling them, but the issue is doing it safely. You can't tackle a motorcycler safely with pads without, you want the law enforcement involved. They'd like have some sort of like set up mattresses and stuff. So okay, if he's running this way, we're gonna tackle. Bam. Okay, good. Everybody good? Good. You said, hey, we can't talk to you about slowing down an exhibition of acceleration. That's actually what that's called, by the way, when the vehicle runs off, guns the engine of gas with their poorly made exhaust or their whatever, just modified exhaust or broken exhaust. It's called exhibition of acceleration. It's similar to screeching your tires. And then there's so you don't need to gun your. Why did you gun your truck in the residential area and it's already dark? It's not dark winter, it's dark summer. 90 degrees already. Holy fucking Christ, they're melting. The brains are melting. It's no shit because they don't walk in the shade. And then they want to punish people because it's weird. Oh, that one person walking in the shade with an umbrella, he must be a pussy. No, he's smart because his brain is fried like yours are. You're so aggressive. You're trying to run him off your property. He ain't standing on your property. He's in the street. He's 2 feet from here. Like he's not even on the curb. He could be on the curb and that's not your property. Y'all need to calm down. Y'all are being way too aggressive and trying to get him to be, and he's simply not. And then y'all still don't know what to do because he didn't get aggressive. He simply got very verbal. Yeah, but that's okay. He's actually protected against that in the First Amendment. Yeah, it is. So what's the actual issue? Why is he tell, well, we didn't know what to do, and he just rubbed me the wrong way, sir. Yeah, well. He didn't want to leave, like we said. No, you said leave and never come back. There's a difference. Because he has to, there's times where he'll be walking that way. He's on the street. He wasn't doing anything wrong. He called the cops when they tried to exacerbate things and escalate. So what is the issue? He doesn't have a place to live. That's the issue. That's the single. Nobody hasn't, like, y'all don't want to provide houses for people. Y'all think rent should be illegal. If rent was illegal, a lot of this stuff would. But then there's also the issue with not enforcing the sound violations. Because that when they crank that volume up, you would end up going around, because you're taking someone to jail rather than going and asking neighbors. Did y'all hear that a moment ago? You're only going by those witnesses. You didn't knock on any of the doors. Really? You're taking this guy into custody because these people are complaining he was yelling about their loud volume. What the fuck? And he swore a couple times? But this person ran up on him and he called her a bitch? Well, but he didn't actually run up against her too, right? No, he was backing up the whole time. What? That doesn't seem aggressive at all. But it's very verbal. Yeah, we're not disagreeing with that at all. So he doesn't have very good social cues. But you said that to the officers too at some point. Yeah, I told them that I don't have standard social cues. I spent the last 25 years alone, online. I type to people. 70 words a minute, accurately. 69 because he's a cancer. 69 kilograms, 69 inches tall. He's not 69 kilograms, he's heavy. 170 is a pretty good guess, I think. 160, I don't know, that's why. They keep asking his weight, they won't get a scale to measure his weight. What the fuck is that? That's all hard, it's because they're not prepared for the situations they find themselves in. Because it's all practice, like the medical practice. So why are they charging people to practice on them? You gotta fund it somehow. Yeah, but they're overcharging them, and they're making the doctors, what? You're charging the doctors anyway, so that, we would do this at our house. So I should not do this simply because I'm being watched by an ignorant, soulless redhead. You're not soulless. That's supposed to be a joke. I've got red hair too.
I'm actually not a redhead.
You've got red hair.
I have red hair, but I'm not a redhead.
You are redhead. You've got red hair.
Only my beard's red.
Oh, that's cool. You're a redhead though. You've got red hair.
Oh,
wait a minute. Appreciate it. That's part of your aggression, though.
Darker brown than yours.
Yeah.
Let me see. I've got my stamp in the
That's
car.
also why you're aggressive.
Yes, sir, I need you to,
They can
I
notarize
was gonna tell
Like
you.
I said, I can notarize it. It's on the car.
Control.
Yeah.
1 sec to grab it.
Go ahead and grab it, and then I just need to,
Done.
reprint this with the citation number on it.
Oh, I thought you put it on there already.
No, this is the wrong one.
Oh.
I just remade one and attached it, so it's fine. Just get your stuff and then, does it look good?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alrighty. It's done. Focus up here. Fresh, please.
I made a comment that I should have worded it better to you earlier when you were passing by. Because you probably do more stuff to stay in shape than I do. But then I also do find that I'm not quite there yet. So whenever you start antagonizing me for you not wanting to do extra work, it's just going to come out in all sorts of ways. Verbally. Should never need to be within someone's arm reach. Oh, we had to. He had to step out and catch her because she was going to attack him. And then he called her a bitch, though. Not before. She ran out and charged at him, and that guy had to pull her back. He didn't call her bitch. He said, "Whoa, bitch."
Let me,
I've got to get a binder for that.
oh my goodness, you sure do. I thought you had that little brown book. I remember that.
They changed it. This is the new one.
Okay, let me go,
Like, this is the actual, that's just the folder. That's the book. They changed it this year.
I'll be back.
Okay.
That's why I spell morning with a U. Even the darkest August 9 fuck off, I wanted to stay. And the sound will run unless it explodes. Haha. I will check your tickets. Dash Judge. I think that one's specifically to you right now. Some guys are tougher. Yeah, because you're trying to give him a ticket. No, he can't have a ticket. He's not going to pay anything. He's going to have to sit the ticket out in jail to pay for the ticket.
I don't even remember. Look at this.
Oh, clowns taste funny. Okay, I get the joke. That's... Okay. Humans are at the very least useful for shade and emergency food. Yeah. That's why you had to start going vegetarian, so you can try to see your neighbors in a better light. It's not working because they're so aggressive. And then when they get aggressive and you get aggressive back, it's hilarious. But you're not getting aggressive. You're getting aggressive verbally. That's not aggression. That's verbal aggression, but you're backing up physically. Yeah, so what's the actual issue with the one person? He doesn't need to set foot on their property. He has no issues not setting foot on their property. But he will walk by that street whenever he goes by that street. That's a fucking street. You were trying to get him, you made an unconstitutional request that he couldn't accept. If you had offered to drive him home, that would have been fine. If you had offered to talk to them actually 1 versus 1, that would have that would have been fantastic. Holy shit, we'd all be done by now. Yeah, but we wouldn't make any money. There's a chance we might make some money off this, especially with this. Yeah, he looks like he was on drugs. Well, of course, he's wide awake at night. He's nocturnal. Of course, he's going to be different than someone who works during the day. He spends all of his time online typing at people. Of course, he doesn't speak normally. He doesn't let me use the word just incorrectly. Well, stop being a dumbass and misusing the word just. You're in law enforcement. Just is short for justice. Yeah, but it makes me need to be different, and I don't like change. I'm set in my ways. Well, then you need to quit, because you're in law enforcement, sir. If you're so set in your ways you can't change like that, like you can't actually be a person to people, you need to retire. That's time. And that red hair that's okay. It's a stereotype for a reason, man. Damn.
They're calling you.
Stroke and choke. That's kind of weird. I'm glad that I'm not spitting at this point. Because that's happened to the doctors one time when they turned around. I was trying to ask for help. And they didn't spit. Sorry. They gave me a spit. So yeah, we learn not to speak, not spit. Because that's a biological weapon. He said so much stuff. He must have been on drugs. And then I got myself schizophrenic because I got a small penis and I'm a redhead. But no, I'm not a redhead. I got a red beard. Bitch, you're a redhead enough. You're fucking red. Like, you got 2 colors. You don't got suntan because you're a redhead. You don't tan. He's white or red. But he's not a redhead. Fucking dumbass. If I go gray, I'm going to call it dirty blonde and be a slut. Not that all blondes are, but I would be. I try to be. I'm not trying to find any person. I'm trying to find the right person. So yeah, I'm not.
You got your driver's license on you?
Mine? No. Or on me, yes.
So how long did you just sign?
I'm gonna have to do that later, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh.
So he said, damn it, so it's okay to swear. So now what are the actual rules then? I don't know, because you can do it sometimes, but you can't do it or we're going to punish you for it.
You can swear. I don't care.
Then what the fuck am I in cuffs for?
Yelling and screaming and causing a
I wasn't
disturbance.
yelling and screaming though.
Definitely were.
No, I was not. I might raise my voice when things get loud, but that ain't screaming.
If you don't want to, you just get involved. You should practice speaking on the NL, speaking it loud, quick. That ain't screaming, buddy.
Trying to speak over the volume of their screaming or their stereo. Even then, no, he wasn't trying to speak over. He was trying to lead. That's all the fuck he was trying to do. And they kept trying to do more wrong. Those harassing allies deserve no allies. I use that on my online video games when the teammates start being rude to each other. That often stops, and then because they realize they can't incite their other allies against each other. Then if they try to surrender, I say it is better to masturbate your opponent when things get hard. Masturbate being two separate words. And it usually gets them to laugh because it's textual healing. And it also gets them to stop trying to quit and win. And actually try to win. That dude was aggro as fuck. Because it actually is a crime to threaten to beat someone. And that's actually what did happen. But I was backing up because I don't want to get that guy in trouble. Because he's going to get closer thinking, okay, it's okay. There's witnesses here, he started it, blah, blah, blah. It's okay though, some of those people are going to be honest. They are. And try to talk to everybody else. You talk to all this crew. Yeah, because you're lazy and you don't have time for this shit. Well, you have time for this shit, you're not lazy. So then what's the problem? This guy, he was talking different. Looked like he was on drugs. Did you test him? Nah, we don't have any. We are going to do that at county though, right?
That's up to him. Walk with me.
What?
Walk with me. We're going to make copies. I'm going to grab some and put your property in. I got cameras through the station. That's fine.
You can fry spam on a powder tin.
Okay.
If you're cooking the spam, you can put powder tin on it, fry it up. I've had the best has to offer. The last steak that I had, I couldn't find it again. I just stopped eating steak. I gave up. Texas Roadhouse, it was a 2.5-inch ribeye. I asked them to make the fat crunchy with the inside medium as possible. And they came out, it was covered in charcoal. It had this great taste to it, didn't have to add much salt to it. You push your fork in, red juice comes out. There was no chewy fat bits. But everybody's scared to do it because they think, well, you're going to send it back as the meat spreader. No, that's how we fucking asked for it. Monte Cristo is a sliced meat and cheese sandwich. And you batter and you toast the bread with cheese on it, and you batter it with pancake batter. And I keep doing all this stuff on work, and it's awesome one. And then you fry it, and then you can serve it with jam. Your preference. But you don't have to slice the meat, you can fry an egg. like 2 fried eggs in there, which we love.
Sounds good.
It is. It's a deathless diet because people are so aggro about corn things. I'm legit about that. I wish that they stopped on pesticides. It's making birds effects. It takes parts per billion to make those birds effects. So that's okay. It's only going to mutate for gross. And they started living longer. Instead of 1 day, it was 7 days. Humans are the opposite. We're trying to make everybody adults young and all this sort of shit. But we're not even physically capable of being adults until 25. We should be in high school until 25. And then when you graduate, you've got a mortgage. You don't have rent. You've got an actual mortgage. You've got something. I don't know, to go while you're going to college. Okay, but let's say you don't like that college. Well, then trade places. Keep your shit in order and then trade locations or go to different locations and teach you the same
Okay.
thing.
Your vape pen's back in your bag.
Cool.
This stuff here and your parasol. And again, I'll put all that in our property here with your name on it. You just all you gotta do is come here to pick it up.
The little point purse.
Your cell phone and yeah, your coin purse that you use in your wallet. That's gonna go with the $20 in that bag, and they'll put that on your books. And that's it. I think that covers everything. If not, we'll find out pretty quick. You ready? We're gonna go in on the driver's side because sometimes I gotta park close in there and it just makes it easier.
So yeah, they just pick it up.
Give me 1 second. We'll turn the vehicle on and I'll get you seatbelted in.
You want me, like, which side? Just
right
this
here.
side, obviously. Dumb. Fucking dumb, sorry. I'm not smart. Like, I do not mean to imply that I'm smarter than you or anything. But
You don't strike me as a stupid person at all, so.
But I do also know I can word my shit better. But also at the same time, I'm frustrated. Like, this is
Understandable. This is a frustrating situation.
Y'all saw how they were right on the edge of everything.
They were on the property line, is what I saw when we pulled up.
Whenever you actually review it, like the cameras pull up, can you actually look to see if any of them were off as y'all were pulling up? Because that will help my case greatly. Because I don't have a way to prove that these people are saying that.
Well, so again, you're talking about a case, but this is a tick. This is a ticket.
I'm only talking.
Yeah, no, this is a ticket. This isn't
The ticket for what?
disorderly conduct.
What is that?
Just disturbing the peace, basically.
I was walking by and they bring up your stereo and I asked them to talk to them.
Well, again, this isn't the type of thing you're likely to go to court over. So
Well, we are because I'm not gonna be able to pay that too.
you don't have to. By the time you're done with everything, you'll have sat it out. So
If I get found not guilty, I get that money.
yeah, it just pays for the ticket amount. My understanding of it, anyway.
Like it's like $200 every day to pay the bill. At least he wants to drink. It's not about being
This one's worse.
to be fair, I drink the D8 and sweet juices. The main ingredient is coconut water. I mean, I'm drinking bottled water. But then the actual body of the water on its own. Mariana is naive so bad. They're laughing in your face.
2246.
Our water is good enough that you don't need to. That's a bad behavior.
Okay, I gotta stop by and get her signature because she forgot to sign it.
8059.
No, you're redhead, dumb shit, own it.
No, I'm definitely not. I'm a very dark brunette. Like, my hair is almost...
You're redhead, but okay, so you're also brunette, but you're both. Like, you're everything. Like, it's good things.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, genetically speaking, I carry the gene, but I don't qualify because I don't have the red hair on top of my head. It's the only place in my whole body is my beard.
Okay, so if I go gray, I already said that. If I go white, I'm gonna learn pinball and throw ping pong balls at people because I'll be so wizard. If I go bald, I'm gonna get over the head openings, and I'll end up becoming a supervillain. But I'm a cool supervillain because sloth prevents sin if you're a villain. Somebody asks, how are you a villain? And I pulled out some glitter. They're like, oh shit, you're an asshole. Yeah, no shit, I told you I'm a villain. I'm a super villain, motherfucker.
Yeah. I hate glitter.
What?
I said, I'm with them, I hate glitter.
Right? And then the same guy, he was, I say, hey, how many bags of chips do you think I had in this grocery bag? And I was like, he was like, what, 2? I was like, 12. I was like, you're a monster. I crushed them up so I could carry them all in one bag. He's like, I told you, motherfucker. And it's so I can drink the chips while I'm on the computer and I don't get my mouse and keyboard there. August and Barnes, you can get, I think it's like 5 or 10 pounds of banana chips. It's a size 10 can of banana chips for like $15. And it's coconut oil and bananas and banana extract. And I think some sugar. And they got dry, like freeze-dried spinach flakes, broccoli and corn, and cheese powder. You can mix all that together. And I want to press it into like a bar or a pellet, and that's so good.
What's the...
They've got, what was that thing you tried? The daily thing. Shit, what was that? So good. They've got these tabs, survival tabs. They're called, you can eat 12 of these tabs a day, and it's everything a human needs. And it's these 12 like little, they're about twice the size of a Tums. They're whey protein. But that's because I've got so many allergies that kind of like I can't eat raw banana, but I can eat cooked banana. I can't smoke weed like flower. I can't smoke flower. I can smoke a joint, but then I'll be coughing all night. And then if I smoke 2 joints, I'll be coughing for 2 weeks. If I can do the vapes though, again, not THC. Fucking fantastic. I tell everybody about that shit. Because the only reason weed ain't legal is because they don't have a good way to test for it in driving. But then New Mexico says, hey, don't. If it fucks you up when driving, don't smoke and drive. And that's their rule. And so then they do the DUI test, like the whatever on their walk this way or that way or whatever. Mostly, they're simply happy you're not drinking alcohol. That's I was a designated driver there. I would actually, people would come by my house, I'd drive them to buy crack, and then we'd all smoke a stash together. We got stopped several times, and they'd have beer with them. And the cops didn't care, because I was sober. It wasn't...
Hey, it's 1810. What was the address for 1805 on that domestic?
37266.
Yeah, the only thing about check the first alcohol checkpoint, and I'm smiling.
Okay, yeah, she said she knew, she wasn't too worried about it, but I gotta go, she forgot to sign these papers, I gotta go do a drive-by signing.
Hey, that vehicle, I'm looking for that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That is too loud of a vehicle in this town. That exhaust is out.
Yeah, the disturbance, and he wouldn't leave, so I had to arrest him on it.
You can hear that from 3 miles the fuck away.
He's,
yeah, but okay,
1096.
Can't multitask. No, that.
Perfect. I will head that way. Thank you much, man.
That's we're trying to find them to call you all too. Once we find them to call you, holy shit. Because that's not necessary. That is consent. That's made to be that loud, and that's against the rules. It's disables people's peace.
So, for motorcycles, do you know why they're actually manufactured to be louder than normal?
Because people are bad drivers.
That's exactly it.
That's not correct.
It's
that
a safety issue.
You're making things worse than they need to be. That's like saying women can't go topless because there's too many rapists in America. That's the exact same fucking thing. You're punishing people because y'all can't get your shit together.
Well, I'm just saying why they're manufactured to be that way. I'm not responsible for it.
and actually get to know the people. Because that person who's got the ladder top in their truck, it's a work truck. They need help paying bills. Now, I ain't trying to help people with their new headlights that are out. I could fix that right the fuck then. But you'd rather give them a ticket because you needed money. Because you're a business. You ain't justice anymore.
I have never issued a ticket for a headlight.
Well, that ain't fucking... Okay, you trying to say little small truths to try to make me wrong? I mean, that makes me feel better, but that's your redheadedness coming out.
Oh.
You are a redhead.
Because I'm soulless. Because I don't have a soul is what you're saying?
No, that was a joke. But yeah, that's fine. And that's, I do like the joke because you can put more thought into things than other people would say, well, my soul tells me this. No, I got a soul too, but I also got a brain. Because I ain't burning mine, because I'm in the shade, because otherwise I'll be, well, you are kind of red, like a fucking grass.
Yeah, this gear is hot.
I got this $2 face mask that I'll wear. It's anti-UV, anti-wind. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. You actually put clothes on to get cooler, which is, you know, counterproductive, there's a lot of fucking words. I get really agitated because so many people put all these fucking words in their music to try to make me rhyme. Like supernatural super. That's what they like to song. Simply don't like people using English. They're making up new words because they don't want to read a thesaurus.
Yeah, I don't like mumble rap.
Okay, so we call the cousin, try to ask him to put in an ad to say, hey, anytime you hear these people playing music this loud, please call the police. Let them know, okay, this is an issue, that person was doing a service. Yeah, he might do it. Actually, we don't really want to put an ad. We'll do the ad when we get out. Because, yeah, they're fuck, PA barn, PR barn. Cannabis is actually a grand panacea. If you usually get the munchies, but you eat it when you smoke it, it's over.
One thing from you took off.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine. No, I understand. I just need the signature and I'm done.
Yeah.
I've already got it notarized. We'll finish in. I know to the time we'll finish in the rest of the paperwork on the booklet, but I just need the one signature and I'll go. So
Were you able to print out the citation?
I did not print out the citation. Did I need to?
Yes, so he can have the copy.
Oh. Well, he's got to come pick up his stuff.
Okay.
So.
I don't know if it'll make a difference.
Well, we can always drop it.
It's been a night, huh?
Yeah, it's already has. Either one, I've got both on here. It's gonna be. Oh my god, I'm on the board. I think it's bad.
It's okay. It's just it's taken. Oh my god, he's still talking.
Yeah, no, he's I think schizophrenic. He got mad when I said that though. So.
Anything else?
I think that's it. I'll do this. We'll
get everything else done. I just
Yep.
to go step in with this
No,
lady.
that's more important. This is just preventing more problems.
You remember this
lady
lady?
is crazy. Every time she smokes weed, that's
Well,
when she
look
gets
what she
aggressive. Yeah, he was gone for a while too. I thought I hadn't seen that camper.
He's in there. That he actually opened the window, tried to talk to the deputy, and then closed it on us. He didn't want to talk to us.
Okay, I will be back ASAP.
Feel bad, and you had to, you know, like think about the kids. I want these kids second though.
1810.
In custody time that somebody's going to require my life for
1810.
If somebody's having to force a ship
1810.
that is against the law.
En route to LCDC, 1 male 95, beginning mileage 103475, and then 3475.
2257.
People are under arrest for their job. They're trying to do it under arrest. Well, yeah, backing up. That's